Hello everyone and welcome to the Hudson Lawn Care YouTube channel. It's another rainy, nasty day, so not a lot going on. And I came down here and organized my storage unit and have officially made it my new shop. So I'm going to do a little tour, explain why I'm not at the other location that we're also familiar with now. Talk some updates, you can see what I've got, kind of the plan. Nothing you see here is final, it's still a little messy, but I'll explain everything really quickly. So, and I'm also recording on a new phone. This is my Google Pixel 10. I had the Pixel 8 before and just had a lot of problems. So, looks like the quality might be a little bit better for the YouTube videos overall. So, this is my personal storage unit. I believe it's a 10 by 20, really high ceilings. I love that. And yeah, it works. It's my personal storage unit. So you can see some of my own belongings in the back, some of my son's stuff that he's grown out of that we're gonna sell. We'll get back there to that at some point. Man, look at the rain just really coming down. So it just made sense today to come in here and use the rainy day where I couldn't mow to organize and finally move into this space. Originally it was supposed to be my personal storage unit because at my house we have limited storage, only have a couple closets. And in this case, started filling it in back there and realized very quickly I got rained out a couple times and had to shove the equipment in here, lay the hand equipment on the floor, pull the mowers in. It worked out really well, and I was saving a lot of time because at the other place, you'll remember I have to go through the whole lawn to get over to my trailer and load it up and unload it. And here I just pull up, the stuff goes on, and I'm loaded up in 5 to 10 minutes. So just over the last couple days, moved some stuff in here, straightened up my stuff in the back, and today I brought the last technically load of stuff over. I still have a couple other belongings that you'll see that are missing from the other shop, like my corded tools, paint, some of the things that I had in the cans, and you'll see some new stuff that I've had here for a while. But I'm going to do a quick tour, and just to answer the question, I don't think this has ever been in any of the videos. It might have been edited out or just a clip that never made it into a YouTube video. The other building shop that I was using was a family member's. And I cut the grass there anyway, so, and they weren't using that space, so they got free lawn care and I got to store my stuff there. So that is the connection there. And I still have stuff stored there, like the other Ferris, the old 52-inch Ferris that you saw at the beginning of the channel. It's going to stay there so I can cut the grass a little bit easier. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty of videos still there. But for the meantime, this is what I've decided to go with, and I always have the other building to store extra stuff. And if this ever doesn't work out, I can easily move back there. This was only 2 truckloads of stuff, so I'm not really fretting over it. So let's get started very quickly. Let's zoom out. On the wall, we have the trimmer and the edger mounted with the same hooks. Just bought some new ones today and slapped them up. There's 4 of them. That's all it takes. And it's pretty straightforward. So the other ones are still at the other shop in case I ever need to move back there. Hopefully not. And yeah, they're just right there. Below that, we have the main Honda push mower with my jacket on it. We got some trash here from something I'll show you here later. Over here, I used one of these types of hooks. It's like a curve to hold my tools, and the hedge trimmer attachment for the 2620. And yeah, I think that works out pretty well. And I got my step ladder for shrub trimming. Behind that, actually we'll move our way there slowly but surely. Over here on the left side, I have the FW45 52-inch walk behind that you guys all know and love. Next to it, I have the snapper. Why they're not side by side? Because this one's full start and I need to be able to get right here to pull, start it, and back it out. Besides, it goes out first before the Ferris anyways. And I can step through here and get to the shelf over there. Over here, I've got the BR800. I was going to hang it on the wall. It's really heavy. It just makes sense to have it by the floor. It's a little wet from sticking outside, but now it's inside. Next to that, the Brute trash can that I've had for years now. I plan on buying another one. I'd like to keep this one as my beater can and just buy one just like this for a shop can. I'm going to put a trash bag in it. But for now, there's just some grass where I scraped the deck today, new tube of grease for maintenance. Next to that, I bought this last night. This is a US General. This is, I believe, the 4-drawer toolbox. And this thing's pretty cool. I put it together last night while it was raining because didn't get to mow really yesterday. Mowed 5 lawns and then got rained out. I got my Milwaukee, some of my Milwaukee tools. I think some people have been interested in seeing that stuff on the channel, like what tools I have, but some of that stuff's still in the truck. So those are going back with me. I keep them at my house so I can charge the batteries. There is no electric here, there's no lights, so I use my Milwaukee light and stuff like that. This won't be a tool video. On the bottom, I also bought this yesterday when I went and got the toolbox. That is a M18 grinder, and that's how I sharpen blades now. So the corded tools will probably get sold on Marketplace. And I don't know if I mentioned, I'm sure a lot of you know, US General is a Harbor Freight brand. So I'll move my tools off really quick so that you can see kind of what's inside. I have not begun stocking this thing. Just started using it today. So the lid comes up. Got some grind discs. I have a 40 grit and 60. I prefer 80 grit, but I take what I can get at the moment. You got keys. It's lockable. So if this is locked, none of these will open. So in order to open that, you gotta have the lid up. And I have nothing in this drawer. Nothing in this drawer. It has a really nice mat so the tools don't slip around. And this is most of my Milwaukee deep sockets and my drill bits. And there's the instructions for the side tray, which I'll talk about in a minute. I've got some wrenches down here. I bought some new ones today too. I bought this morning after I realized how much I like the cart, and I'm sure it'll show up in some other videos. Oh, and on that side you got a handle so you can push it. It's got 2 swiveling casters and 2 straight fixed wheels. So if I push this back a little bit, you'll see I added on this folding tray. You'll see it in other videos. I folded this out today. I just put it on and I sharpened blades on it with my clamps here. So clamped it to the side. This has worked out beautifully. This is only a $20 add-on. And there's all kinds of other magnetic, man, it's really coming down now, guys. Good thing I'm inside. So yeah, this folds up and it was much sturdier than I could have ever imagined. So I really love that. And that's my toolbox. And I got it in the Hudson Lawn Care Blue. I was gonna get black or gray, but this is what I ended up with. Over here, we have a Hahn commercial grade metal storage cabinet, metal shelving, whatever you wanna call it. I bought this off Facebook Marketplace for about $40 or $50. These things are super expensive, brand new. They're, I guess, a couple $100. And this guy just, I got it from, he buys out office spaces for all the furniture and he just sells them on Marketplace for a profit. So this thing is super sturdy, highly adjustable, which a lot of shelves aren't. They just have like 5 fixed positions and you can barely move them around. So this thing's nice, it's sturdy, and it's extremely heavy. I've got some stuff up here, like my paper towels that gotta come back into the truck. The Honda push mower bagger and the still blowers just up here until I find a better place for them, but nothing else is really going on top. And this is going to be the main shelf for stocking parts. So for example, I've got some parts for the Shurikens, stuff for the Ferris, some glasses. That was a freebie from Harbor Freight. And on this side, I got the blade balancer and just, you know, starting fluid on those cold, stubborn mornings, and hydraulic fluid, and yeah, stable for storing the stuff over the winter if I have bad gas in anything. So this will be stocked with all the products. Like I said, all the stuff from the other shop is not here currently. Below that, I got the grease gun and the clamps. This is going to be like the maintenance shelf, so I guess the blade balancer needs to go there. Below that, old gas can. You'll remember those from when I started the channel before I switched to Shurikens. I might switch back, I don't know. Speaking of, the gas cans are right there. Perrine hedge trimmer that I don't really use. I use both my hedge trimmers. That one doesn't get used as much, so the HS45 is there. I got some Roundup back there too for the sprayer. Below that, more maintenance. Those are my 2 jack stands that I got at an auction from another lawn company that was closing down 3 or 4 years ago. Next to that, I got some Briggs & Stratton blades. I use, I believe, Oregon blades on the Ferris, so I think I'm going to put these on the Snapper because they take the same size blades. So there's that. Let's see. This is my go-to hedge trimmer for a handheld. That is a Echo. I can't even remember the model number off the top of my head, but it's got the longer bar than the Stihl, I'm pretty sure, and it runs a lot better in my opinion. I was actually impressed. A little bit more expensive, but I got that on Marketplace for 40 or 50 bucks yet again. So it's on the floor because it needs to probably be mounted on the wall. All the like main stuff needs to just kind of be in that area there. But I'll figure it out. Like I said, I just did all this today, so things are subject to change. I'll zoom back out here for just a minute. Actually, that looks terrible. This is a mower I've talked about on the channel. I think it's been in some of the videos as far as like talking about it, but here it actually is. This is my other Honda mower. I can't remember the model. It's like the Honda Harmony something or other. Here you can see it's the Harmony 2. It's an HRR model, not an HRN. That's the newer stuff, but it's still got the quadra-cut system. It spent most of the season at the dealer because they straight up lost it. I'm not even going to get into that story right now, but they lost my mower when it was supposed to go back to me, and it ended up at somebody else's house, so that was a bummer. But it was just there for the self-propelled cable because it finally went out on me. But yeah, this is a backup mower, and it's older than the one you're used to. This is your regular bale for starting and stopping the mower. It's got a choke all the way up and then a throttle so you can control the blade speed, and it's got 3-speed for the self-propelled. It doesn't have the thumb controls that everybody seems to hate on the newer Hondas. I like them, but I do like the traditional bale. You push that up, it engages the rear wheels, and you're off and you're going. So there's that. This is my spreader that I use very occasionally. I'll put down weed control, fertilizer, and overseed for some people. Very occasionally. They usually provide the product and I put it down because most people don't have a spreader. And then inside of that, so wait, the walk behind spreader is only used for outdoor stuff. And then the handheld spreader and this shaker are what I use for salt doing snow in the wintertime. Next to that, we have the Toro Powerlight snowblower that you've seen on the channel that I did a little restoration on. And then my original snowblower I started with is this Craftsman. They're both 2-cycle, single-stage snowblowers. This one's been a beast for me. It can handle up to, I think, 12, yeah, I guess a foot of snow. Yeah, between 8 to 12 inches, something like that. But this thing works fine in the area. Pick them up, put them in the bed of the truck, do the snow job, go home. Behind that, I've got the backpack sprayer that's been on the channel forever and gets used maybe once or twice a month. Over here, we got 2 containers. That's my fiance's, that's mine. And on top of that, we got some baby stuff that's going on Facebook Marketplace because can't even fit it in anymore. It's going to make me cry. But the balancer and stuff, I think we're going to rehome some of that stuff to some friends that might need it. Other than that, we're not going to really focus really hard on trying to sell it, just get it to a good home. Under that, we got an old office chair. And behind that, just a stack of boxes of some of our personal belongings. So, yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So that's the shop. It's, like I said, I think about a 10 by 20 unit. And, yeah, I think this thing has a lot of potential. And the goal all along with shops and stuff like that has been not to, like, buy a standalone place. And I'd like to stay here until I have a house that has a garage a little bit bigger than this. So yeah, this is it, and this is what I'm going to be working out of. This wasn't some like crazy thing that happened. It's just I had the storage unit and I was like, you know what, it would be nicer to move closer to home. This is only a couple streets over from my house, so yeah, this works out really well. I'm closer to home. I can do maintenance closer to home and be around my family a lot more. And yeah, I think that's about it. So if you have any questions or ideas for this space, do let me know. Like I said, there's not any electricity here. I'm actually not even sure what that thing is up there, but that's pretty much it. So I'm going to keep kind of adding to the setup with the tools and stuff. I'm going to keep filling things out, but I'm not going to jam pack this thing. So, oh, one more thing in the wintertime. the mowers will come forward and the snow equipment will come to the front. So it will be a lot easier to get my snow removal stuff out. So with all that said, I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions or ideas, do let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys soon for some more mowing videos, hopefully. We'll see. The rain's not looking real promising.